Yikes. Big yikes. Okay. Quality sucks, but hey, all I got to work with right now, and I really don't care after this game. Um, Look, okay. Props to the Eagles for making it a fight towards the end of the game, but it's like, where was all that fight in the first 3 quarters? You know? Why do we have to start playing when we're down 21 points? Why do we have to start? But why do we have to play like we're desperate 24/7 in order to win a football game? That's how we played against the Panthers. Panthers were bad enough to let us beat them, and now against the Buccaneers, we had chances, but with a little help from the refs, because God forbid somebody's feeling themselves after making a good tackle. Like, holy shit, taunting, dude. Like, are we that sensitive now in football that we can't flex a little bit on a player after scoring a touchdown, getting down to 6 points, within reach of you know tying it up with the Buccaneers? That's gonna be called for taunting. Whatever, man. Like, out of everything that I can say, the Eagles did well today. Penalties, man. We didn't do too bad with penalties for a change. The Buccaneers were pretty bad with penalties, but outside of that, we were pretty shit on everything else. Miles Sanders finally made his appearance in the fourth quarter. I think Nick Sirianni needs to understand that he can, play a full 4 quarters, not just the fourth quarter, not just one quarter. You know, it's just it's so irritating, so stupid. It's just whatever, right? You know. I'm not gonna be on here for too long. I know other people are live streaming. I'm probably gonna go check out like Joey Shakes and Philly 500 and whatnot, but to hear their reactions and everything. But it's like I just wanted to get this out of the way. I just wanted to get it out of the way now because I was not gonna have any energy to make a 5 to 6 minute video after just trying to break down my thoughts on the game. Like, Jalen Hurts struggled to pass the football. We continued to pass the football for whatever reason. 0 plays from under the under the center. We didn't run the ball at all until the fourth quarter, and the defense was very inconsistent, very inconsistent. But can't control it. You can't. You can only ask for so much, And I just wish the Eagles could just look like a competent football team for one game that isn't the Atlanta Falcons game. You know, we play Vegas the Sunday after this one, and then we're playing the Lions. So you would think maybe we could figure things out by then, but then again, that's week 7 and week 8. We're 6 weeks into the season now, and we still haven't figured out anything about this football team, and that's concerning. We're starting to really doubt or lose faith rather in Jalen Hurts and his ability to push the ball downfield because he's throwing passes way too late. Overall he's not reading the field very well, and he's just not making smart decisions that we would think he would make. There are both the passes to Rager were passes that should have been thrown like 2-3 seconds before he actually threw the football. If he did and got the ball out there further, those would be big time plays. A moral victory, 2-4. I don't take moral victories here. Okay, at least I try not to. All right, like at the end of the day, yeah, we put up a fight against the Buccaneers, better than other teams have outside of I guess like what Dallas and a couple other teams, but I wanted this game. I really did. But I'm not surprised we lost. I picked us to lose, and I was right. It just sucks. It just sucks because these are games like outside of I guess Dallas and that one game alone. We've been in most of these games. It's the same story from last year, just with different faces running the show. Outside of Jeffrey Lurie and the Weasel, you got Nick Sirianni now, and you have Jalen Hurts, who are making the same exact mistakes, but they feel worse than they did last year. Um, The offensive line, like it feels like we still cannot pick up any sort of blitz package whatsoever. I felt like there was always somebody unblocked on Hurts' right side, especially in that fourth quarter. It's like either Hurts is not able to pick up the blitz and make the adjustment, or Nick Sirianni really just does not give a shit about protecting his man when we know they're blitzing the edge. I don't know. This is bull. Yeah, it is. It is. And I don't take moral victories here, man. I don't want to take moral victories. I want to win. I want to win football games. That's what I want to do. I don't want to take moral victories and just be like, oh well, we came back in one quarter after playing three quarters like garbage. Like, how is that a moral victory for me? Oh, we finally learned how to run the ball after 5 games and 3 quarters. Yeah, moral victories, I guess. Listen, Jalen Hurts struggled today. The defense was really inconsistent, and I mean, again, outside of penalties, I don't see any sort of moral victory or any sort of good thing that came out of this game. We didn't sack Brady whatsoever. We got a pick. I would say we got 2 picks, but one got called away. We didn't get a touchdown taken off the board, but we got an interception taken off the board. Whatever, and that interception that they called off was pivotal. That was I think that was the true momentum shift right there, because they ended up punting the football. We threw the interception. They scored the touchdown. We're down 21-7. So, bro, I could see Sirianni one and done after the season. I want that, Jonas, I want that to happen because I don't believe in him whatsoever. And Troy Aikman flamed him. Like, he called him out and said, oh yeah, we're looking at 2 guys, Bruce Arians and then Nick Sirianni on the other side, who's never been a play caller, who was an offensive coordinator for like 1 or 2 seasons, and now he's never been a head coach, and now he's all of a sudden a head coach, and it's like, Jesus Christ, he's just grilling him on how he just is not suited to be a head coach. And I said it in my halftime live stream. I don't know how Jeffrey Lurie can applaud anything that goes on with this dude as our head coach. I don't get it. Jonathan Gannon, man, I don't get you either. I don't understand anything of what you're doing or what you're trying to accomplish, especially in the first 2 quarters when you're playing soft ass coverage and not being aggressive against a team of studs. These are studs. Mike Evans might not have played like a stud, but you had Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin. Leonard Fournette was all over the place. O.J. Howard returning from an Achilles injury, all over the place. I don't know. I don't know. There's no moral victory here, man, for me. I'll keep saying that. There's no moral victory. But I will say that the fourth quarters have been nice. But I just don't like having to look good, or at least I don't like putting up points and actually playing out of desperation when we're down several points, I want to be able to look like that all 4 quarters. I want to be able to look consistent for all 4 quarters. I don't know if we're capable of doing that. I mean, I just don't. I really don't. And it's painful. It's very painful. And oh my God. And the referees were such a dog shit today too, man. They were like, we weren't penalized that much, but the few penalties that were there, it's just like, I mean, Troy Aikman's watching the taunting penalty. Like, I mean, I see what they're calling for the penalty, but that's a penalty. Like, the way he like, I can't, man. I can't. I think I've said everything I needed to say. There's not much to say. It's more of the same, more of the same story, week in and week out, and it's depressing. It's very, very depressing. Maybe we'll look a little bit better against the Raiders. I doubt it, but you know what? It's whatever. I'm gonna go watch some live streams and some post games. So whatever, Here's to the moral victory, I guess, of putting up a fight against the Buccaneers. My enjoyment of this team is bullshit, and I will always love this. Yeah, no, for real. I will always love this team, but I can't stand where we're at right now. Excessive shotgun, excessive screens. That's another thing. Like, I already mentioned it earlier about the the 0 snaps under center, but the screenplays 9 out of 10 times on first down and 10, and they gain nothing. They lose more than they gain most of the time. It's either second and 10 or it's second and 16. It's in between that frame of negative second and 10 or second and 16. It's so bad. I don't get why we. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm just. If this was a Sunday, I'd be on here for an hour, but it's a Thursday night, and I got stuff happening tomorrow. I'm gonna go watch Joey Shakes for a bit. I'm gonna go watch everybody else talk about exactly the same issues that I have and call it a night. I'm not gonna worry about this too much. So appreciate the few of you that came out and chatted with me for a bit and listened to my rant. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, y'all. Oh God.